What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the video. If you are new here, my name's Ben Richardson. I am the best looking chemical engineer with a crooked nose on the face of the entire planet. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about why you need to ditch the low carb mindset and reveal the key to mastering fat loss for the rest of your life. Now, if you're new here and you're interested in learning more about how to live a healthy, sustainable life through fitness and nutrition and lifestyle decisions, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn the notification bells on too so you don't miss out on any of my latest content. So carbs are definitely one of the most demonized macronutrient groups, but really and truly, carbs are the savior of your health. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to incorporate them into your diet, and you're ultimately going to learn how to sustainably lose weight much more easily. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I kind of want to talk about is that cutting out carbs from your diet, it's not sustainable. It really and truly is not. Maybe you can stick to it for 1 month, maybe even 2 months. Some people on keto, they do a pretty good job about cutting carbs out for months and months. But at the end of the day, wouldn't it just be easier if you learned how to still work towards your weight loss goals while incorporating foods that you love and enjoy? And a lot of those foods do include carbohydrates, and they have sugar in them and stuff. And people demonize carbs, they demonize sugar, and they think that you need to cut all of those out of your diet if you want to still work towards your goals. That's not true at all. So think about it. If you set out to achieve a certain goal by adhering to some kind of diet, there is always going to be some sort of wrench that gets thrown in your gears, if you will. Life is always going to throw some kind of obstacle in your way to keep you from achieving that goal, whether it is going out with friends, going to some wedding, going to a birthday party, the holiday season, family gatherings. All of these are going to get in the way of you trying to achieve your goal by sticking to a very disciplined diet. So whether you're cutting out carbs or whether you're just eating chicken, rice, and broccoli all the time, so it's much more important to just learn how to eat foods that you love and enjoy while still working towards your progress. That's the key to mastering your nutrition. That's the key to reaching your goal and keeping fat off forever. If you just master that skill, you're good for life. And another thing is, people are so intense about reaching their weight loss goals that they will just completely miss out on life just for the sake of achieving some physique goal or weight loss goal. They'll skip out on cake at birthday parties and weddings. They'll not eat certain foods at family gatherings or during the holidays, some Christmas cookie party or something like that. I don't know, I'm just giving examples. Maybe Halloween or something. They'll just skip out on enjoying themselves and taking part in socializing with people by eating good foods and drinking drinks and stuff like that. They're just missing out on life, and that's just a miserable way to live. It's much more enjoyable if you just learn how to lean into that and still take a strategic approach so that you can still work towards your goals and not sabotage all of your hard work. That's the key to doing things sustainably and learning how to master it for the rest of your life. So another thing that I want to mention about carbs, that's sort of some background as to how you don't want to view carbs. So how you should view carbs: carbohydrates are your body's preferred source of energy. And really and truly, if you are exercising to any extent, whether you're doing cardio or lifting weights, adhering to some kind of strength training routine, which by the way, you should be doing, and if you're doing that, your body straight up needs carbohydrates to function. If you're cutting carbs and you're not eating enough and you're exercising, then you are straight up damaging your metabolic health, and that is not good. So carbs are very crucial for building strength and regulating your hormones. They're key for muscle growth. Carbs are actually more important for building muscle than protein is. A lot of people think that you have to eat an insane amount of protein to build muscle, carbohydrates are actually a lot more important to successfully building muscle. And furthermore, eating enough carbs is going to make sure that you don't experience all of those negative effects when you're trying to lean down or lose weight. So when you set out to lose weight, you have to place some amount of stress on your body. It's completely inevitable. It's how you enter into a state of fat loss. Your body has to get stressed out a little bit. And when you eat enough carbohydrates, that's really gonna mitigate the effects of all of those things that take place when your body enters into a stressed state. You're still gonna feel good, you're not gonna experience a lot of the negative effects, and that's the key to being able to sustain weight loss for a long time. So another thing I kind of like to mention here, if you're freaking out at this point, you're questioning like, how am I gonna, introduce carbs back into my diet and, I'm never gonna get towards my goals. A little study that, well, not really a study, it's more of a self-experiment that I like to quote, is back in 2010, Kansas State University professor Mark Hobb, he set out to disprove the myth that carbs and sugar make you fat. So what he did is he actually adhered to a diet where he only ate things like Twinkies and Ho-Hos and sugary cereals and Oreos and just junk food in general. All he ate was just garbage, sugary junk food. He did that for 10 weeks, and guess what happened? He lost 27 pounds because all he did was he ate 1,800 calories a day. So it is really and truly the calories in, the calories out that matter. It's not the sugar or the carbs that are causing weight gain, it's straight up the calories. That is the most important thing to nail at the end of the day. So that kind of self-study or self-experiment, whatever you want to call it, that kind of proves my point of carbs don't make you fat. Sugar doesn't make you fat. Carbs and sugar are your friend. Your body wants to use them for fuel. They use them very efficiently, so you want to be consuming them because you're gonna feel good. Now, I wouldn't really recommend doing what Mark Hobb did, just going on some 10-week diet where you eat a bunch of junk food, because I'm sure he felt like crap. I mean, when you eat a lot of junk food, you're gonna feel like junk, you are what you eat sort of thing. So making the bulk of your diet consist of a lot of whole foods, nutrient-dense foods. Again, you don't need to go overboard or extreme with this, but I'd say if you do like 80% of the foods that you eat, high quality, good foods, whole foods, lean meats and vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. If that's like 75 or 80% of your diet, you're gonna be feeling good. And then if you give yourself like 20 or 25% wiggle room to just eat foods that you love and enjoy, who cares about how healthy they are or how unhealthy they are? Just eat them. Just give yourself a little wiggle room to enjoy yourself, because you're going to be able to stick to that. So in terms of a calorie deficit, I've mentioned a lot about how calories are the most important thing. The whole Mark Hobb experiment that he did, he just stuck to a solid calorie deficit and he lost weight. It didn't matter what he ate. So a target calorie range that you want to go for is about anywhere from 1,700 to 2,200 calories. That's going to be a pretty good calorie deficit for most people. So that's kind of a calorie deficit that you want to stick to. And then an appropriate macronutrient split you can follow is 30% protein, 25% fat, and 45% carbohydrates. So the important thing with the macro split is that you get a balance of all three. You need to eat enough protein, but not an insane amount of protein, because if you eat too much protein, you're not going to be able to get enough fats and carbs into your diet. It's all about balance. It's about eating enough, but not too much. Same with the calorie deficit. You're not eating 1,200 calories a day so that you can just lose weight really quickly. You're going to feel like crap. You're not going to be able to sustain that. But if you eat too much, obviously you're not going to lose fat. So anywhere from 1,700 to 2,200 calories, that's kind of a sweet spot. So what I actually recommend that you do is download MyFitnessPal. It's a free app. It's very easy to use, very user-friendly. You can go in there and you can set up these calories and set up the macronutrient split within that app. and, just start tracking everything. And I think it's very important that you track things very strictly for a few weeks. You don't need to track this stuff forever. I'm sitting here telling you guys, track your calories, track your macronutrients and stuff like that. You don't need to do it for the rest of your life, okay? But it's important that you acquire the information of how many calories are in the foods that I like to eat. That's very important information for you to have. So I would highly encourage you to track your calories and track your macronutrients very, very strictly for at least like a month or so you have that information. So you can see how many calories are in the foods that I love to eat, what foods are worth it, and what foods are not. That's very important information to have. And I'm a one-on-one fitness and nutrition coach. And what I actually tell my clients is that they will not succeed if they try to skip this step. So just keep that in mind. And now that I just mentioned that, I'll go ahead and mention that I am a one-on-one nutrition and fitness coach. I do everything virtually. So if you're interested in maybe getting some help setting up a nutrition or fitness program, follow me on Instagram and shoot me a direct message, and I can see if I can come up with some sort of plan for you to help you out. Anyways, that's everything I have for this video. I hope this information was helpful for all of you. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And again, if you're new here and you want to learn more about how to live a healthier, more sustainable life through fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle choices in general, go ahead and subscribe and turn the notification bells on so you don't miss out on any of my latest content. I do post weekly, so you don't want to miss out. Thank you for watching, everyone. Take care. Good luck with your weight loss endeavors, and I'll see you in the next video.